Hello everyone, welcome to yet another travel video. My name is Cizabu, and I am really excited to share today's video with you all. I've been very busy this year with so many personal and positive events happening in my life. I had to make sure though I put time aside to attend my very first Collecticon in Cleveland. My goal? To find some of the cards I've been hunting for, like some fancy Pikas, cool tag team, trainer galleries, and of course the elusive Blaziken from Chilling Reign, but it has to be in Japanese. This was going to be quite the hunt, as it was also the biggest card convention I have ever attended. Here's my time at Collecticon in Cleveland. Before we begin, this video is sponsored by no one, so help me out by subscribing to my channel, liking the video, and leaving a comment on what you thought. So, I've traveled hundreds of miles, somehow survived Ohio traffic, all for one thing: very shiny pieces of cardboard. Don't worry, that's a joke, because Pennsylvania traffic and roads are actually far much worse. Anyway, another story for another time. I was there for Pokemon cards, and let me tell you, they had plenty of them. In fact, I was super surprised just how much Pokemon there was. Cleveland wasn't just about the land of rock and roll this past weekend, but collectors adventuring from all over to hunt and sell Pokemon cards. Most of my time was spent looking through binders and rows of slabs and singles. I was on a mission, though, to find missing cards out of my collection so that I can complete my 5th binder in my Pokemon TCG collection. So my hunt mainly consisted of modern, and spoiler alert, I had bought my Southern Islands collection to try and hunt down the Japanese versions of the cards I was missing, but I was told by a vendor that because of the location, I wouldn't find many non-English Pokemon cards, which was a bummer and meant that my hunt for the Japanese Blaziken would probably be near to impossible. But that wasn't going to stop me from asking around. I saw the English version everywhere for the first time, and actually quite a bit. I asked vendor to vendor, being sent all around, but no one seemed to have it. It was sad, but I was going to have to shift my focus to some of the cards that I was missing in my collection. Honestly, if you were looking for the latest set out of English, Collecticon had what you were probably looking for. Although I was only there for just Saturday, I honestly could have spent all day Sunday too, just hunting and looking around. It was an amazing feeling getting to see what everyone had and watching trades and sales happen around me, and of course being a part of that action too. There were some cards and sealed product that I saw that really made me realize just how much my personal collection was worth, and just how much effort I had put into building that collection over the past 5 years of collecting on YouTube and creating content. One of my first trades I did was for an Evolving Skies ETB. I had 2 of the same designs, but was looking for the other design. I was able to find one and do a trade. When I was originally looking to do an equal trade, the boxes costed $150 a pop, which was still spicy. But when I looked on TCG Player at the boxes, it had now gone up to $350 a box. I couldn't believe how much Evolving Skies cost. I don't think that I'll ever open them because I have the Moonbreon and the Dragonite I've always wanted, but man, those boxes are going to look so good on my Pokemon display shelf in my streams and videos when I finally get my office. But that was one thing down that I needed to do, and we still had much of the con to go. So up next was just a bunch of card hunting, and I'm actually just going to roll the footage for you all and look and show you everything that I saw because it's just too much to explain. So enjoy a little bit of the video and look at all the cards I was able to see and find. taking a break from cards, I want to talk about things that aren't card related. I waited in line for an hour to meet the one and only Veronica Taylor, and the last time I had saw her was 12 years ago in Collecticon in Louisville, which was actually the last Pokemon-themed con that Kentucky had had for a while. I had won a game of Press Your Luck, and I got to meet the original cast of Pokemon, which was the coolest thing ever, and guess what? I didn't have to pay to do it either. So meeting her again was a phenomenal experience. I'll share more about that at the end of the video. After looking at cards, I was also surprised to find a vendor that was selling my greatest weakness, sitting cuties. Did I buy any? Once again, you'll have to see at the end of the video to see what I got. My fiance is also big into games, and although there wasn't much, we still got some pretty cool pickups from a couple of vendors. I guess I was also about to fail to mention that Waka Flocka was there, and he was performing some of his biggest hits. I had no idea he was such a big Pokemon fan. While his concert was going on, the showroom was literally vibrating and shaking with excitement. It was a good thing and also a bad thing because you kind of couldn't hear everyone, but overall it was fun and it was quite exciting to see what was going on. Before the concert, actually, staff was throwing free goodies out to the crowd too, so that was crazy to see. Collecticon is quite the experience, and honestly, if you get the chance to go, do it. Overall, my experience at Collecticon was amazing. It was my first one and I'm already thinking about doing it again. But that wraps up my personal thoughts. Let's get back to past Seasaboo and hear from her. All right, everyone, as you can see by the frizz in my hair, still rocking those Squirtle earrings though. I am exhausted. We had a wonderful time here in Cleveland. I met so many people, so many vendors. Waka Flocka was performing. It was quite the sight. And we are now headed back to the old Berg, and I'm gonna cut away to the current Seasaboo and I'll show you everything that I got. All right, everyone. Whew. We are back in the Berg. I'm hot, I'm exhausted, but I had a wonderful time at Collecticon in Cleveland. So I am actually going to show you everything that I was able to pick up, and let me tell you, it was a lot this time. Before I show you the actual cards, I did get to meet Veronica Taylor. The last time I saw her, I was just a sophomore in high school. So she actually wanted to recreate the picture, and it was so great. Veronica, if you are watching, probably not though, since I'm such a smaller YouTuber, thank you so much. It was wonderful getting to meet you and your daughter. You are an inspiration to the Pokemon community, and you're the inspiration for me as to what I do on YouTube and my love for the Pokemon community. She also is Micaiah in Fire Emblem, and we also got this cool signature from her to me and my fiance, which is really cool. I love her in Fire Emblem. And speaking of Fire Emblem, I also picked up a Japanese copy of Shadow Dragon. I believe that's what it's called. It's got Chris in it, I want to say. But that is all the non-Pokemon related stuff out of the way. And now it is time for actual Pokemon stuff. So sit back. It's gonna be a lot. Alright, so one more thing that I forgot to mention about Veronica Taylor is that I have my original copy of Pokemon, the first movie. When I was in line trying to meet her as well, everyone was like, oh, I wish I had thought of that. I did get my copy signed, so I am really happy that I have that a part of my collection now. When I get my own office, I can't wait for it to be in my videos. Everything behind me is going to be like all Pokemon themed, and this is definitely going on my shelf. Also, I wanted to go ahead and give a shout out to these vendors. Everything got out of order while I was working my way home, but we have Gibby's Family, we have Tim's Collectibles, we have Atomic TCG. I love their business card, it's great. Meeting Sean was really nice. He was one of the last vendors that I went to. Also was very interested in Winnie Roo, so contact him as well if you have Winnie Roo. And then Fortunus TCG. I hope I said that right. But those are pretty much all of the vendors that I bought from. I know I bought from more, but I wasn't able to get everyone's business card. But if you're watching this and I did buy from you, please leave a comment below, let me know. And yeah, but all right, now let's officially get on with the haul. So still working off card things, we were able to pick up a Japanese copy of Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Fire Rescue Team Red. I actually just live streamed this and did a Let's Play series of that on my YouTube channel, so make sure you check that out. This game is really, really good. However, I still think that Sky is my favorite version of that. Next up, I also saw Wartortle. There was no questioning it. We are going to represent Wartortle on my shelf as well. When I get that, it is beautiful. I love it so much. But there that is. I'm not going to take it out of the box right now, but probably in another episode, I'll show it off. All right, so here's the other thing that I'm not too proud to say. Sitting Cuties. I bought $100 worth of Sitting Cuties. I did get one for free, so we didn't do too bad, but I'm going to show you all the ones that I got. First up was actually my first pick. We got Gengar, which actually is probably my favorite one out of the haul. We have Trico, which I thought was cute. I love Trico, one of my favorite Hoenn starters. Of course, to go with Wartortle, we have Squirtle, because I am also known as Squirtle Squad Girl. By the way, TechoCon's coming up. I will be cosplaying as Squirtle Squad Girl again. We have Baby Snorlax to go with the big Snorlax over here on the channel. He's actually feels more like a beanie bag. It's really cool. And then last but not least, Goodra. to go with Gumi that we have. Oh, and I do have their business card stored away in here. I can tell you that this was from the collector's store, and there is their information. So a part of my TCG collection, I have a Pokemon TCG Evolving Skies Elite Trainer box. Now, one of them is the reverse side. It has like Vaporeon, Sylveon, blah, blah, blah. One of the stores was actually, or vendors was really nice enough. I had two of them. They traded me the other ETB that I needed. So I did not realize the prices for these were insane and had gotten insane since I had thought about trading. But yeah, so now we have the opposite one. So that's going to look like really good on the shelf as well. All right, and now the very long list of cards. This is going to go on for a while, so I'm just going to show them off. I'm going to try to make this as easy as possible. So there was Guy Como. And that was another one of the new Draco, I believe that's his name. Got another one for that one. I'm just gonna go through. I'm not gonna be able to name them all for you. I'm not even gonna attempt to name them because I'm having to do this on the spot. So hopefully you all can see all the ones that I got. These are just some of the smaller ones, but they're gonna look great trying to fill up my binder. I know I was missing all of the Ogre Pawn masks, so we officially have all of those, which is going to look really nice. And of course, Petra Runt. And then this was Arvin on the end. Oh, and the last two things I forgot to mention, we picked up these two Stitch cards as well. One is from the Disney 100, and another one is an actual Disney Lorcana card. All right, and lastly, here are all the cards that I got from least to greatest, starting with Shaman. I really wanted this one. It's out of the new set. We have Dusclops. We have the Palafin card that I've been looking for with Prismatic in Japanese. This was a tough find, but once I found it, it was great. We have the Dust Skull, so now I have all three. I got this from a Winnie Roo trade. We have Roaring Moon EX. We have Squirtle that I was able to get for a really good price. We picked up Ethan's Adventure, which was one of the chase cards that I needed out of Heatwave Arena. We got Zacian, which was another Winnie Roo trade that I had done. We finally picked up Melodic in Japanese. I love the way this looks. You can see more of the art. Now we're starting to get into the big cards. I finally picked up an Alolan Executor and Rowlet card. I think that this is so adorable. And look how tiny he is. He's so cute. There it is. We also officially found Perrin as well. And I believe that is our last card on there. We kind of sped run that, but Perrin was pretty much the biggest one that we picked up. I wanted her in Japanese. Now, the whole time through the convention, I was trying to look for Japanese Chilling Reign alternative art Blaziken, and I could not find one. It was all in English, but I've officially learned that once I go to Japan, that's where I'll be hunting for that card. Now, I don't know when I'm going to go to Japan, but I do plan on vlogging it. But thank you all so much for watching the travel video. I really hope that you all enjoyed. The next con that I'm going to is TechoCon, so be sure to look out for that. I am going to that sometime in mid-July, so be sure to subscribe to the channel and like the video. And thank you all once again so much for checking out the video. I'll catch you all next time with another Seasaboo travel video. Until then, peace out. Bye.